never closing, cause money never sleeps.
JJ, the CPA here, just making use of all the time that I have in between doing tax returns. It's 1:25 a.m. I had my first meeting today at 7:30 a.m. I love it. And this is the reason for the video. What's keeping you up at night, right? You might be awake right now. I know some that indicated, especially during the PPP, they were up late and they were trying to figure out what needed to get done, and they came across some of my videos. Now my good friend Robert, and they were looking for answers. They found them, or they were thinking them through. So what's keeping you up at night in your business? So the purpose of that is, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? As a business owner, why are you in business? Well, because you know better, don't you? You know better than whoever you were working for. Got your own restaurant? Why? Well, because you can make a better bowl of spaghetti. You were working for somebody. Now you're not. You own your own business. So what's keeping you up at night? I'll tell you what's keeping you up at night, potentially, is that you have forgotten about your own entrepreneurial spirit. So when you first started your business, and I've said this before, I mean, you were most likely convinced off the calculation on the napkin in front of you, and that same napkin, you convinced those around you that it really did make sense to move away from a regular paycheck and start your own business, whether it's from home or you got a conglomerate or whatever the case is. So get back to that. Get back to it. You know, when you first started your business, you didn't know where the next dollar was coming from. You thought you did. You thought that you did. And I say that because I'm the same. I've had my own business, my own CPA practice. I'm in my 24th year. But when I went out on my own, I did the same, legal pad, and how much am I making now? If I only work this many hours at that rate, working for myself, I'd only have to get this many clients, right? You did something like that probably. So you're in a different position. You're kind of almost in a position of an advantage because you already started your business. You're already in business. Think of all the experience. So think of yourself as your own coach. You already know how this is supposed to get done. So what's keeping you up at night is that you forgot how freaking awesome you are. And then this isn't even really meant to be an entrepreneurial, a motivational video. But this is what I talk to my clients about. It's what I talk to myself about. And guess what? I'm up. It's 1:30 a.m. So that's what I'm doing about it. When I was worried about with COVID, I got busier. I got busier and I started working on my business. What are different ways I can go about it? How can I help my clients in a different way? And it led to some success here on YouTube, which I'm very thankful for, to you, and for even watching. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, I would be honored, truly. Sounds corny to say, but I'd be honored if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. But that's really what's keeping you up. Yeah, what's keeping you up is cash flow and paying employees and customers, and you got to call that one customer, and you're putting up with that one customer so that you can get paid, or whatever the case is, right? You're worried about whatever it is that you're worried about, if you're even worried, But most small business owners, they're concerned in some way, shape, or form where we are in the economy and the world and being shut down and numbers on the rise. What does that mean? But I think the number one thing when I'm talking to my clients, the number one thing that's keeping you up is you get it, right? You know how serious this is now. You know how much is on the line. So just get back to it and go back and look at your numbers. I've got a video just talking about numbers. Get in your numbers. Look at your bank account. Figure out your cash position. It's easy. You know how to do it. Go back and think about what was on that napkin when you first started your business. What was on that? Couldn't have been a lot. You probably didn't hand it into the bank, but that convinced you. That napkin convinced you to start your own business. That doodle pad, that Excel schedule, right? That probably was intricate, but it was all hooey. It was all make-believe. It was all on a hunch. It was all on belief in yourself. So it didn't feel like hooey. It didn't feel like make-believe. It didn't feel like a hunch. It felt like, I'm going to make this happen. So now, how are you going to make it happen? Differently, better. How are you going to go into 2021? Pay attention to your numbers. Get with your advisors. Stop waiting for them to call. Why do they have to call you? Okay? Call them. Call them. Get a hold of your advisors. Talk to your mentors. Talk to those that are in a similar set of circumstances as you, meaning other business owners. You're not alone. You're not alone. But get back to that entrepreneurial spirit, which is what? You had it. You have it. It's in there. But now get back to that entrepreneurial spirit, taking the experience that you have. But as you do that, get into your numbers. I would say 99% of the clients I work with only look at their numbers when I make them look at their numbers. Start looking at your numbers. Get that entrepreneurial spirit and get those two things crossed, right? Overlapping, and then along with your spirit. So it can be a rah-rah. Yeah, it's a rah-rah because you're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You know how to take care of business. And then the last thing I'll say, and it's not a popular one, maybe, possibly, depending on who's watching. Okay? But it's your business. It's your business. It's not your employee's business. Okay? It's not your mom or dad's business. Okay? I mean, maybe if you're in business with them. It's not your spouse's business unless you're with them. Okay? It's your business. It's not your customers. It's not your vendors. It's your business. How do you survive? Okay? We can go kumbaya. And as a business owner, you got to do kumbaya. Okay? But now it's survival of the fittest, because if your business survives in the short term, it may feel like it's you're acting selfishly because that's just how the world thinks. Well, guess what? You know what the world's made up of? Non-business owners. Okay? You're in a select group because you know better. Okay? So in the short term, turn the noise off. In the short term, you don't need to listen to the non-business owners, Maybe your mom and dad is a business owner, okay? If they're not, why are you listening to them? No offense, mom and dad. Why are you listening to your spouse? I mean, your partner, why are you listening to them if they're not the business owner? Now, I get my number one advisor, blah, 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 right? Okay. I get all that, right? But if you don't take care of your business, how are you going to take care of your spouse? How are you going to take care of your family? Right? So get back to that entrepreneurial spirit. Get into your numbers. Get a little ruthless. Get a little ruthless with your customers. It's you or them. Okay? And then I tell clients this, and I've told them for years. And I'll wrap this up right here. When you're talking to a customer and when you're talking to a vendor, okay, I want you to put your loved ones in your mind right next to you, okay? Whether that's your kiddos, your spouse, your loved ones, your partner, your parents, whoever you value, your dogs, right? Your cats, your horses, whatever. But I want you to do this. I want you to look at them and I want you to say, hey, listen, this customer over here is more important than you. Okay, I'm going to worry about what this customer thinks of me more than I worry about you. Because in those circumstances, you're letting your customer tell you how it is. You're letting your customer decide when they're going to pay you. Maybe you're just going to have to, maybe you're going to have to do that a little bit. I get it. That's just part of owning a business. But you're going to have to run it a little tighter. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to tell that customer, hey, I got responsibilities over here. Employees, vendors, right? Survival of the fittest doesn't mean forever. Might be for a week or two or a month, 2 months or 3 months. It's your business. You need to take care of your business so that it's here in 3 months, so that it's here in 6 months. So if there's no PPP coming down the pike, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about firing people. Okay. But how can you leverage your employees differently? How can your employees that weren't helping you generate revenue can now help you generate revenue? What can they be doing to help you generate revenue? What can you do differently? Okay. Your business doesn't exist to write checks to vendors. Your business does not exist to write checks to your employees. Okay. That's not the point of your business. Okay. The point of your business is to be in business. So get busy getting back to your entrepreneurial spirit. You're up late, then be working. Okay. It's 1:40 a.m. Be working. I mean, go to bed. I'm not saying stay up, but if you're up, work. If you're up, get in your business. All right. I got to go to bed because I'm getting up at 7 a.m. ready to rock. All right. Hey, if you made it to here, I love you. I appreciate you. We got this. We got it. Okay? We got it. We do. We do. All right. Hey, listen. You've never in your life ever met an entrepreneur quite like you. And you know that's true. If you're not subscribed, do it.
AJ the CPA is here, been doing this for years.